Hey everyone, so today's our last day of our three-part mini-series. Sorry for the past 2 days that I've gone over my extended limit. I thought I was going to do it in 5 minutes, but it seems like I have a lot to say. I just want to keep educating you guys and make you learn as much as you can as well. There's a lot of information out there, and I'm trying to keep the focus as much as I can on a specific subject, but there's more to it than just giving you what is. You gotta still understand why certain things are as they are. So today, what I've decided to talk about, I said I was gonna choose at random a specific neurological disorder. Today we're gonna talk about ADD and ADHD. So today I'm gonna explain to you what exactly a neurological disorder is. It's because a neurological disorder might not only stem from the brain; it could also stem from the spinal cord. And then what exactly ADHD or ADD is, and how we can, what kind of supplement protocol we can give to help manage the ADD better and help you focus much better, or you know yourselves or children around you or someone that is suffering from ADD. All right, so let's discuss. So, what is a neurological disorder? The World Health Organization, describes a neurological disorder as diseases that affect the brain, spine, cranial nerves, peripheral nerves, nerve roots, autonomic nervous system, enteric nervous system, neuromuscular junction, and muscles. To say the least, that the enteric nervous system is our digestive tract. So, not only are you having a neurological disorder in the brain, in the nerves, in the spinal cord, but you could also have a neurological disorder in your gut. Okay, so if your gut is off, it doesn't necessarily mean you have a neurological disorder. It could be many reasons why, but it can lead to a neurological disorder, right? So our gut is our second brain, so keep in mind that the gut and the brain are connected together. Who also states that more than 50 million people have epilepsy worldwide. It is estimated that there are globally 47.5 million people with dementia, with 7.7 million new cases every year. Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia, so dementia leads up to Alzheimer's disease, and may contribute to 60-70% of cases. The prevalence of migraine is more than 10% worldwide. According to University of California, San Francisco, there are 600 known diseases of the nervous system. So, in the course I'm going to be giving on Saturday and Sunday, I only talk about 11. The 11th one being concussions. But after doing all the research as I was doing, there's a billion, or okay, I'm exaggerating there, but there's a ton of neurological disorders or diseases that affect the nervous system. So there's even more so that we don't even know of, right? So we want to try and reduce our symptoms as much as we can. So what are the signs and symptoms exactly? Emotionally, it could be depression. People can be sometimes delusional. Could lead to mood swings, and yes, mood swings can be related to many other things, but it could be a start for something different. All right, sorry, not something different, but could lead to something towards our neurological diseases. Mood swings also in the sense that it's constant mood swings. So someone that from 1 hour to the next or 1 second to the next, they're happy, they're going mad, they're happy, then they're sad. So it's really prominent mood swings, not just mood swings once in every week. Physically, it could be partial or complete paralysis, muscle weaknesses, partial or complete loss of sensation, seizures, difficulty reading and writing, poor cognitive abilities, unexplained pain, or decreased alertness. So what exactly is ADD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder? At a deeper level, ADD is a problem of communication among brain cells, neurons, possibly involving the neurotransmitters that carry interneural messages. So it's a miscommunication where our neurotransmitters, like we had the neurotransmitters we spoke about yesterday, have they transport poor information to the brain. These brain messengers may be either in short supply for certain behaviors such as cravings, probably due to inadequate serotonergic, and dopaminergic function. You can see that I am a little bit illiterate, so neurologically there's something going on up there as well. Or also it's could be attentional deficits, or they may be the result of too much norepinephrine or noradrenaline rather than too little. So you're always running on adrenaline, you're always hyperactive. Okay. If the messengers that inhibit incoming stimuli are deficient, too many signals get through and create confusion. So you have a bunch of information coming in. The brain doesn't know which one to pick out so that you can actually focus on that, accept the information, learn the information, and then bring it to the rest of the body. Whereas, you got, let's say, for example, we'll take hockey, for example. You're skating with the puck, but you have a guy here coming to hit you, but you see a guy there you want to give the puck to, but then it just kind of creates a confusion in the brain if you're too hyperactive. An issue in both children and adults mainly stems from childhood. Is a condition within inactivity, so the impulse or hyperactive. 75 to 90% of ADHD cases are presumed to be caused by genetics. And I know that learning certain issues is more, when we're talking about diseases and whatnot, 90 to 95%, we'll stick with the 90% range. Usually, diseases are caused from your environment and not necessarily our genetics. Typically, 5 to 10% is related to genetics, but in the case of ADHD, 75 to 90% seem to be caused by genetics. Some neurotransmitters affected by the ADHD issues is primarily dopamine. The whole host of cascade reactions affecting the serotonin, GABA, and again, our norepinephrine, our noradrenaline. So, what exactly are the facts of ADHD? So, Stats Canada in 2015 said that ADHD affects 5% of school-age population and contributes to poor school performance, conduct disorder, and difficulties in family and friend relationships. Boys are actually 3 times more likely than girls to develop ADHD, where physician Blum and his associates say that 4 times more likely than girls. So some studies say 3 times more than girls, some say 4 times more than girls. Stats Canada also said that children with ADHD are more likely to develop depression versus those that do not have ADHD. Again, approximately 75% of cases will continue to have the diagnosis through adolescence, and over half of the cases continue into adulthood. According to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 11% of children between 14 and 17 years old have ADHD as of, this was a study done as of 2011-2012. In the U.S., approximately 237,000 children aged 2 to 5 have ADHD, where 44% were medicated. So this is medication like Ritalin. I don't believe in this. Get the child to have a proper diet, give it the nutrients it needs, and we could possibly avoid as much as possible the ADHD issues. Another thing, and this is obviously my opinion, another thing is, because of technology, because we're always sitting around playing with our iPads, playing with the game consoles, the computers. I grew up playing in the streets. I have no issues with ADHD. Kids today, they're so hyperactive because they're getting stimulants from computers, from the teachers, from smart boards in the classrooms, from the phones. I mean, I see parents giving their phones to their children, and they're playing games on it instead of saying go outside and play in the park, or go outside and play in the backyard, or I don't know. Like, it's becoming like, and I'm just a little off topic now, but it's becoming more where we're relying too much on what's easy at hand instead of go out, hurt yourself, and experience things instead. All right. Side note, that's just opinion. We could talk more about that some other time. So here's a protocol I actually researched and put together that can help with ADHD. You want to give not just the child, but the child and also adolescents or adult if they're still suffering from ADHD with alpha L-alpha glycerol phosphorylcholine, um, otherwise known as alpha GPC. You want to give roughly 500 to 3,000 milligrams daily. And what is the alpha GPC? Is actually the most potent form of choline. Needed, you could also just need in smaller doses, but if you want to have a therapeutic effect, it would be larger amounts. And this helps with memory. So choline actually is derivative of acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter that we were talking about yesterday, which is responsible for memory and learning. All right, so if we can give someone the proper nutrients like alpha GPC, that can help boost your choline or acetylcholine, you'll better off with memory and learning instead of being confused and just all over the place. Another great supplement we could give or a nutrient would be alpha lipoic acid, ALA, 600 milligrams daily. What it does is actually helps with the fatty part of the brain. Our brain, again, is made of 60% fat, so the more fat nutrients that it can absorb, the better it is to give it energy. So fatty part of the brain, as the brain is made of, again, 1/3 fat. All right. Phosphatid. Oh man, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm really bad with this pronunciations. Again, neurological disorders are up in here. Phosphatidylserine, 100 milligrams daily. If you guys don't understand what I'm trying to tell you, if you want, message me or come to the course this weekend. I'll be gladly to help you out. So basically, this is a phospholipid that is essential for all cell membranes. Again, the brain is made of fat. Phosphatidylserine is a type of fat as well as phospholipid, responsible for the cell membranes, especially for those of the central nervous system. It helps improve cognition function, brain aging, athletic performance, and HPA axis modulation, which HPA axis is your hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis. I'm not going to go into details, but it helps with your stress axis, your stress adrenals. Acetyl L-carnitine, we hear a lot about it in performance. This is actually good for the brain, very natural detox for the brain. What you're going to do is take 250 milligrams twice a day. It helps with learning and memory impairment, supports cell degeneration, protects against neurotoxic insults, while treating some cases of depression as well. Helps produce acetylcholine, so it's another precursor for acetylcholine in the brain, and increases the adrenaline and serotonin production. Ginkgo root is 60 milligrams twice a day. This actually increases the peripheral blood flow used in the cerebral vascular insufficiency. It helps also with depression, memory, and Alzheimer's as well. So it's not just ADD, but ginkgo is a natural root that we could take that is beneficial for our adrenal glands as well, boost the blood flow. Bacopa is another type of herb that is beneficial for many issues. 100 milligrams twice a day, or there's actually a study that 0.43 milligrams per kilogram body weight 3 times a day is used to enhance memory and improve cognition. Ashwagandha is great for stress, but it's also great for repairing the intestines as well. And for specifically the ADHD, and it's an adaptogen used to improve mental and physical performance, improve learning abilities, helps with restlessness, nervousness, and decrease stress and fatigue. Valerian is another great root that we could use that has some of the same properties and benefits like ashwagandha. Rhodiola rosacea, 800 milligrams daily, and it helps the body adapt to stress, helps with cognitive function as well, and helps the messages from the gut and the brain to reduce the stress and produce basically help with the cognitive function. Vitamin B6, we hear a lot of we need our vitamin B's a lot because it gives us energy. It helps us with our stress levels as well. In terms of helping with our brain function, it helps produce several neurotransmitters as well as certain hormones. So like we said yesterday, neurotransmitters and hormones, they speak with each other. So if we're able to boost our vitamin B6, that's aside from other vitamin Bs as well, but more specifically the vitamin B6, we're gonna actually help our cause. So it's gonna help boost neurotransmitters like the dopamine. So that was it for our 3-part mini series. I know I always take more than 5 minutes, but like I said at the beginning, I want to give you as much information as I can in a short period of time. But if you want to know more, come to the course on Saturday and Sunday, or this weekend, 9 to 5. I'll be teaching you a lot more in depth, and we're going to go through 11 different neurological disorders, including Alzheimer's, depression. And I'm not here to give you cures. I'm giving you preventative medicine to help you manage the neurological disorders much more efficiently. So don't forget that. I hope you wrote everything down, because by tomorrow you're only gonna remember 30% of what was said today and yesterday, and obviously the day before. So again, don't forget, if you wanna come to the course, or if you have any questions, message me. You can text message me, email me, or message me through Facebook or Instagram. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this first of our 3-part series. There's gonna be many more to come, and have a great day.